Hey everyone, welcome to the Blip Podcast, where we help agents build successful agencies. I'm your host, Josh Berg, and today we are doing a 3-month check-in with Andrew Calloway of the Pin Oak Agency. And if you have not followed this journey so far, you can go back and rewatch the initial episode, and the first check-in is episode 26. Andrew was a captive agent, and he and I met a few months before he was actually making the transition to being an independent agency owner. So I thought it would be a really great idea to just interview him and then check in with him every month the first year of this journey. So it's been pretty cool. It's been pretty fun. We've seen him come across some things he wasn't expecting. So you will have to forgive me for the audio on this recording. I did not know my regular mic was muted. And so my secondary mic was picking it up, and it's about 4 feet from me. And so it was really echoey. So please, please, please forgive me. And just please endure. There's some good stuff on this one, and it won't happen again. Thanks, guys. Enjoy the episode. Andrew, month 3, where are you now? How's it going?
Well, I couldn't be happier, Josh. Everything is going great. You're right in business at a very good rate. So financially, things are going well. Emotionally, right, it seems like we've kind of figured some things out. We're getting support from the carriers. A few of our top carriers have been very helpful, very, very supportive. And the stress level is not too high. So we're making money. We're winning, right? We're very competitive in the marketplace with people that we're quoting. And as of yet, right, we're still just kind of working off people that are, reaching out to us and calling us. We really haven't started a major, marketing campaign. So we're doing really well.
Nice.
Yeah.
So you've got all your appointments now? Everything's good to go?
So there's a few more, I think, that are going to continue to come in. But if you recall, last time we talked, we had a few set up, but not everything. We started July 1st. It took us till probably early to mid-August to get any of the appointments set up. But then between August 15th and September 30th, a bunch of them came on. So I think right now, on the personal line standpoint, right, if you look at everything from the preferred markets down to the, what I would call the standard or substandard, we'll have about 10 different choices, maybe 12, between some monoline auto, monoline home. So we have kind of the waterfront covered, and we have plenty of carriers. Now, we did have another carrier just call us out of the blue last week and said they wanted to come in and meet with us, but we're going to meet with them on the 1st. So we might add 1 or 2 more. I feel like we're perfectly set up right now. We have what we need to be very dangerous.
Sweet, man. And so, one of the things you said is you haven't launched any new marketing, haven't really gotten into that because you've been going after that low-hanging fruit. You have people that want quotes. You don't even have to go and get them. So is that marketing thing something that you're going to start doing soon?
Oh, for sure. We have been thinking about doing a video, a couple different videos, but one video that features one of my team members.
Okay.
She's bilingual. She's a native Spanish speaker. So we're going to shoot a video in Spanish. She's a fairly professional looking young lady, right? So we're going to run that to the appropriate markets on Facebook and YouTube with a landing page. And I think it's going to go over really well, right? I think we're going to be surprised by the number of leads we get from it. Every week it's like, hey, we're going to do that Wednesday. We're going to shoot that. And then you kind of get busy and it doesn't happen. So I would anticipate that next week we'll shoot that video, and then we'll get that posted and kind of play around with it and see what we can do. And then I'm going to do a couple, with myself. Of course, I'm less appealing to people. But I think, we're just going to kind of slowly get into that, because the last thing we wanted to do is most people who are calling us right now are people that are friendly to our agency, maybe
Yeah.
had a former relationship with our captive or our friends and family. So they're giving us a ring. So if we tell them, hey, we're going to look at this company, we're going to look at that company, and it may take us a day or two, they understand that. So
Yeah.
they're kind of letting us learn the ropes, and we're, every single day we're advancing the ball and we're getting better at what we're doing. So I
Yep.
kind of feel like now we're ready to strip off the training wheels and start pumping the wheel and really riding the bike. So we should probably have something to report on the marketing aspect uh, next month, and hopefully it's positive.
All right,
So I think
man. So right now, so you have all your appointments. This is probably the first month where you feel like everything's in place. You can just kind of focus on helping more people. So like how at this point we're like what basically at the end of the month, very very close. So like do you know how many quotes you've done, roughly how much premium you've written, what that looks like?
yeah, I know that I don't know the number of quotes exactly. We haven't kept too good a track of that. But I know that we're over 50,000 in premium for the month to date.
Oh,
So
nice. That's
for
great.
September, right? So between commercial lines and personal lines. So this should be a good month, I kind of aspired to do a little bit more, but we got a few people that are kind of laggers, right?
Sure.
They're oh well, I need to check with my wife, or I need to, I want to wait until my policy is ready to renew, right? You get
Yep.
some of those, but overall, from a premium perspective, um, we're doing really well. And
That's
and
great.
part of the reason is we've knocked down a few of these, like, 600, $700 a month accounts, right?
Jeez,
From
yeah.
people that are, yeah, when you rack up a couple of those, right? The numbers start adding up pretty quick.
Yeah.
Now we never had the ability to do stuff like that with our former captive agency, because most of those people were ineligible. These are people with maybe bad credit, good driving records, or people with good driving records and bad credit.
Yeah.
You don't have an insurance history, right? So we've kind of hit up a couple of those people right off the bat. We've written a couple commercial accounts that should be good to us. So yeah, things are looking good in that first
Nice.
full 30-day period, right? I would
Yeah.
say it's nice.
It's a totally different animal when you don't just have one sweet spot, right? Like you just talked about commercial, right? When you're a captive, there's not a whole lot of focus. Most captives don't focus on commercial. Sometimes they'll take something if it comes in, if it fits that company's appetite perfectly. But, now on the independent side, I mean, the sky's the limit, like even like you were just talking about, bad credit, good driving record, good credit, bad driving record, home claim, no prior insurance history, like all these kinds of things that might have been an issue for the captive carrier. Then you can place those now. You don't have to send those away and turn them away.
Yeah, I mean, it takes your stress level way down to know that if someone calls you and you can develop a good rapport with them and they want to work with you, that you can find a solution for them, right? Because at the end of the
Yep.
day, it takes a little bit of effort to develop a relationship with someone and the trust factor. And then if you develop that and you hit the button, right? You press the button and it says, the big red ineligible,
Yeah.
right?
Yeah.
Then it's bad. Or you find out that they own a business, right? And they own you know, uh, I'm getting ready to write a seal coating business, right? The guy seal coats driveways, right?
Okay.
And commercial parking lots, right? And you find out they own this business and they want you to do that too, and you can't do it, right? Then it erodes the relationship, right? But
Yeah.
this is nice because you can clean up and do everything, right?
Yeah.
Hey, got that? I can do that. I can do that. I can do that. And I'm sure there's going to become niches where we become really good at something, right? So we focus at doing, maybe, example, right? Maybe the seal code guy starts telling his friends, right? And his competitors about it, right? And we start doing, we get where we've done a bunch of those, right? or, some other commercial area. But the bottom line is right now, anybody that comes to us, if we're willing to figure it out and, put a little bit of effort in, we can find a solution for them and we can help them. And that's encouraging.
Yeah. And, I think that goes a long way. Like if they're in, especially not even talking about commercial, like talking about somebody who is a good risk, they just have a bad scenario. Like maybe they had 2 at-fault accidents last year and their carrier's dropping them or something. When you can actually come in, help that person, and then have their rate get better over time. I mean, I feel like if that were me in that situation, I would be pretty grateful. I feel like that's an agency I would want to stick with because they helped me out when other people couldn't or wouldn't, or my other carrier dropped me or whatnot. I feel like it would go a long way. I would be careful though of that adverse selection when somebody's like got no prior, new driver, bad credit, you know what I mean? Those are tough ones. Even though you can place them and the premium's high, sometimes that's just not what's going to long-term be good.
It's not ideal, right? You might want to put that person with the right, with the right carrier. But I just tell you, it's, when you're a captive, right? You're really associated with the brand, right? So like you and the brand are synonymous, right?
Yes.
As an independent, you can disconnect that, right? And it's, hey, we're a trusted advisor, right? Now we have some carriers like on the personal line side, we have some carriers that we like better, but if something happens in your life and you no longer fit with those carriers, we can still be that trusted advisor and we can guide you to an area and to a product that's more appropriate for your life condition today. But then at some point, hopefully you take the initiative to fix that and we'll get you back with the carriers that we prefer, right?
Yeah.
Whereas when you're captive, you got one bullet in your gun, right? That's it. So it's, it's your fault. You don't fit, So it just eases the stress level, I think. And it makes everything, hey, sure, we'll help you. No problem. Let's figure out what we need to do.
Yeah. Technical question: are you using a comparative rater, like Easy Links or something like that?
Yeah, we are. We're using PL Rating on the rater side, and then we're using QQ Catalyst on the agency management side.
Gotcha. Okay.
Honestly, like the agency management system. I mean, at this point, we have less than 100 households, right?
Yeah.
So I don't know. I think we're just skimming the surface of how to use that. And I'm probably, I don't even think I have all the carriers set up correctly in it so that it does the items downloads.
Yeah.
Kind of one of the things, kind of like the videos and doing the social media marketing. It's something that Gracie's been kind of on me about of like, hey, did you call and talk to them about why this isn't working? And I'm like, no, I didn't. I'll figure that out tomorrow. And then tomorrow.
Dude, everything takes time, right? I mean, everything. Yeah. And when you spend time on one thing, something else has to give, right? So you got to focus on the things that are making you money right now.
Yep.
So any new struggles that you weren't anticipating this last month?
I mean, other than, I may have mentioned this earlier, maybe not, but I'm getting set up with a life and health carrier, or like a life and health company that helps you get appointments with a bunch of different life and health companies. And a bunch of the apps are on paper, so they're like 12 pages long. So that can be a little bit tiresome, right? And filling all those out. I'm trying to do a few a day and get it all squared away, but no, I mean, it's, I can't say that, I can't point to anything that is came up that I'm like, oh my gosh, I didn't anticipate that, and I want to go back, right? There's not one day I've said, oh, I think I made the wrong decision, right? Like maybe I shouldn't have done that. It's all positive, and with anything, right? You're going to have some days that you just come out of the office, you're like, dang it, I wish I would have won that one account, or somebody gave you a response you didn't like. But at the end of the day, right, there's no regret. It's all very positive. the team member that I have who works for me, Gracie, I think she's starting to kind of hit her stride, and she got her first like full month commission check.
Nice.
And she was, I think it was positive, right? I don't know if it was the largest commission check she's ever had with me, but I mean, think about it. In August, we didn't have the carriers set up, right?
Yeah.
For the whole month, right? So she's going to do pretty well for herself.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So, we'll just keep pounding at it, and things should get better and better.
That's awesome, dude. Next month, I'm going to make sure to ask you about your marketing, because I know that's something you want to do. You better come with an answer.
We got to get on it. It's not inaction because I don't want to do it. It's inaction because I'm worried that when we turn it on, I'm kind of worried that we're going to have too much volume to actually, get to everybody. So we're going to turn it on though pretty quickly here. So we'll let you know. I think this ad's going to kill, this video ad in Spanish.
Yeah.
I
hope so, man.
It's going to crush. So we'll
I hope so. All right, dude.
All right. See you later.
Well, month 3 in the books. Talk to you next month.
All right. Thank you.
All right. See you, Andrew.
Yep. Bye-bye.